What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be continuing to show you how to make the security breach atrium in Minecraft. It's part 25, and in this one, we're going to be getting the glass pixel art on both sides done, along with starting a little bit on the detailing in this kind of front corner. But that is all. So with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alright, so I want to start with the, glass stained pixel. Sure, glass stained pixel art, that works enough. And we're going to start with the ones on the bunny bowl side, and we'll just kind of work our way around the top in logical order, and then that'll be, I think, all of the pixel art for the entire rest of the atrium done, I think. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, you can quote me on that. If I'm wrong, so be it. For the first one, you need the following glass pane colors. You need light blue, orange, and white. I'd recommend leaving an open slot in your inventory after those three, and then get out yellow. And that's it, just yellow. In that open slot, though, you want to get out your structure voids. Again, it's just /give at structure_void if you're not familiar. Or if you don't want to do it that way, you can head over to the cupcake pixel art in this corner and just find where structure void would be. You can just look and say, okay, next to this pane, there would be one. Grab it. So, we're going to do this one a little bit strangely as far as figuring out the position of it. So again, we're on the side with the Bonnie Bowl pixel art, and we're on this very top line of pearlescent frog lights. The furthest right one is where we're going to start. From it, you want to count to the left by 16 to the left. So this would be 0, I guess, that we're on. And you'll be on like that one or something. You don't have to place a block like I did. I just was doing that for fun. You're then going to count down by 6 and place a light blue stained glass pane with a structure void off either side of it. Extend either structure void down by 1 and the light blue pane down with an orange pane. I'm not going to specify that they're panes because you'll figure that one out pretty quickly that all of them are. This pixel art is symmetrical. This is a 1-block center, as you could probably have figured out, and we are in the center. Below this row, you'll place a light blue, which will be extended both left and right by 1, or just out. You'll then go out with an orange, up with a structure void, out with 2 orange, and then another structure void. Then you'll go down from that structure void with 2 orange, and then another structure void. Go in from that bottom structure void with 3 orange. Actually, I thought it was 2, but it's 3. And then you'll go up 1, which will connect back into this. Connect those oranges together that you just placed. And also what you can do is, in the ears here, which are these 2x2 squares we made, in the bottom outer and upper inner corners, you'll place light blue panes. So it's going to be this one and that one. And then the other 2 remaining blocks, you'll just place structure voids in, which should give you this. These rows of 3 panes, you want to take the center one specifically and extend it down by 2 and then out 1 from that bottom one. Above this bottom one, you'll place a structure void. And below it, you want to you want to place 5 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? Wait, am I wrong? I might be wrong. Nope, I'm right. Oh, that's why I'm confused. Okay, it's nothing crazy, but you'll see. You want to place structure voids to the outside of the center 4 of this total row. So just leave the bottom one open, and then, these 4, and then that top one will also stay open. And again, they're outside. I think I specified that. From the bottom pane, you'll extend in 1, then down 1, then in 1 again, and then you'll place a structure void inside of that with another orange pane below. You'll place structure voids outside of those panes and then also connect them together with another orange. We'll fill in the center of the koala head in a second. It doesn't look like a bear, to be honest. Below the center orange pane, you're going to place a structure void with 2 light blue panes, both left and right. The outer panes you'll extend down by 1, then towards each other with a structure void, and then have another pane in the center. Okay, this is where it gets more confusing, in case that you didn't think that was possible. It is. If you are looking at the head, just below the ears you have these rows of 2 panes that are kind of visible here. You'll extend either of them in with 2 white panes, and then you'll just pop structure voids in between. Below each of the white panes, along with the, structure voids, you'll place orange. And then outside of the row of orange, you'll place a light blue on both sides, which will give you this. Take the outermost orange and extend it down by 1. And then you end up... why am I not... I should have been holding the structure voids the whole time in my other... whatever, it's fine. You'll place a structure void outside of that pane, along with inside. And in the very center, you'll have another orange. Take the outer oranges of these 3 and extend them down 1. Then you'll go in 1, place a structure void in the center. You'll then take the inner 2 oranges and extend them down with a light blue, which will each have a structure void outside of them. You'll then take those light blues and extend them down with an orange each. Connect the oranges together. Place a light blue below that center orange, and that should finish your Febby Fab Bear pixel art. Like so. Hopefully that wasn't too hard to follow. I realize with the glass stuff, it's just a little bit confusing, but again, hopefully it's manageable enough. You can head all the way to the left now to the Bonnie Bowl, kind of like light gray. I want to say it's a TV, but I don't remember. I think it is a TV, this rectangular one here. And from the top right light gray, you'll count to the right by 2 and place a yellow pane. Right of that, a structure void. You'll then count up by 2, and from this block, place 2 yellow extending up. 1 left. Down with the structure void. From the top left corner, actually we're going to take the bottom left. I changed my mind. And from this bottom left light gray, you're going to count left by 2 and up by 1 and place 2 yellow extending up. Bring the top one left by 1 and then both rows of yellow left with a structure void. More symmetry to... Why does that look green? Am I colorblind? I'm colorblind, that's good. Not actually, but I think it's just like the monitor that I'm using is terrible. Anyway, you want to take the structure void here to the furthest left structure void of this, I guess, and you're going to count up from it by 2 and place a yellow pane. Left of that, a structure void, and then another yellow pane. From each of these panes, you're going to extend them up with another pane, and then out with a structure void. Extend the structure voids up with another pane, which will then be brought out again with a structure void. Extend these panes in by 1, then up 1, up with a structure void, pane between them, and then just fill in the rest of the center with yellow. And it should look like this. That is, I don't know. It's the star, though. Stars are my kryptonite in this game for some reason. Take the furthest left structure void from this particular star, and you want to count left of it by 5. Then down by 1, and going down, you want to place 4 structure voids, each with a white stained glass pane to the left. And you can kind of just confirm. And also the panes will connect like that. This whole thing will be out of white, so I'm not really going to specify colors particularly, but below this row of panes, you'll place another pane. Extend it left, down, left, down, left with 2 structure voids, then a pane, extend it up, left, and also just connect it back to the right. Below these structure voids here in the center, it's kind of just where this gap is, you'll place more panes. You'll know you have a structure void where you're looking, as if you are looking here, you'll see you don't actually get the outline. If you have it set to where it shows you the, what's it called? Where it highlights the block rather than giving you the outline like I have. I like the outline more, it just looks better, I think. But the outline, the highlight should show on these structure voids if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but anyway, take this furthest left pane and extend it up, left, and then up by 6. Leave the top 2 panes alone and the bottom one alone, but place structure voids left of the other, which should be 4. In line with the top structure void of this row, you'll place a structure void, or sorry, a pane to the right of that pane. Then a structure void above that. Pane above that. Then another pane up, actually. Right with a pane. Up with a structure void. Right with 2 panes. Both the structure void and those 2 panes can be brought up with a pane again. How does build as a pane? Haha. Then extend this row of 3 panes at the top to the right, an additional 3. Then extend up, right. Then you want to go back to this row of 6 panes in total and take the furthest right one and extend it down. Then go left, down 2, right, down, left with a structure void. This really the only like thin pane that we have so far in general is this guy right here, and you're gonna have another pane to the left of it. So now you have an egg. Good. Hold out or hold your structure voids, and you'll see these 2 that are perfectly aligned at the outside, and they kind of look like eyes when you're holding it, which I don't like. But inside of them, you're gonna place a pane, and then just connect those panes together with structure voids. Over top the left structure void of these middle 2, you'll place another pane. And then what you can do is if you take the 2 eyes, which are these singular panes that are full blocks now, you'll count down by 2 below them and place a structure void here. Panes between the structure voids along with below them. Structure voids between those panes and then panes below those bottom structure voids, which should give you this, hopefully. Okay, now we can finally do the hair, which isn't too complicated. This top row of panes, this row of 6, again, if you take the furthest left pane, you'll actually extend both that and the one to the right up with a pane. You'll then extend left from that an additional 4. And not the end one, but the 2 to the right of it, you'll bring up with panes. Out of those to the left pane, you'll extend up by 1. Taking the end 2 panes on this row of 6 we just made like 2 seconds ago, you're going to place panes below them and extend this row of 2 to the left by 1. Out of this row of 3 now, the center pane will be brought down with a structure void, and the right one you'll do the following. You'll go down by 2 with panes, left, down 3. Excluding this bottom pane, the 3 above it, you'll have structure voids to the left of. And that is your goofy-looking Chica. Or Roxy. Is it Roxy? No, it's Chica. Chica Pixeler. Roxy's on the other side, which we'll do her next. You can get rid of the 4 pane colors, but keep the structure voids and get out the following pane colors instead. You want purple, light blue. I'm going to move the structure void forward, and then after it I'll have lime, yellow, pink. And this is just the difference between the first 2 will be Roxy and the last 3 will be Monty, so heading to the other side. These pixel arts are so annoying. I dislike them heavily. You want to head to the escalator thingy here, this hole in the floor, and if you're on the... there technically should be a second row of blue terracotta here, but we're not worrying about that until later. I figured I'd point it out because I'm noticing it now, and yeah. But you want to take the only one that you'll have and extend, or count up from it to the 3rd magenta where you're placing a purple pane. Oh, this one's gonna suck. Bring that purple pane up 1 and then right 1, and extend either of those panes up by 1 each. Then extend that row of panes left and right by 2. Doesn't help that the purple is not entirely visibly nicely over the... That was... wow. The furthest left pane you'll extend down, and then left by 5? Yes. The center 3 panes on that you'll bring... Correction, there's not a center 3 panes. The center 2 panes you'll bring down by 1, and then 1 more to the left. Then what you want to do is, hold on, give me like 2 seconds. You'll extend the furthest left pane up, left 2, up 2. From this row of 3, the center pane, you'll extend to the right by 3. Then either of these end 2 panes, you'll bring up by 3. That's not 3, there we go. The left pane, you'll extend up an additional, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ignore the top pane. The pane below it, you'll extend left by 1. The pane below that, you'll extend left by 2. And then the entire row of panes that we just kind of, like this thin row, except for the bottom one, you want to bring right with an additional purple pane. The bottom one, you're bringing right with a structure void instead. And it should give you this. You can kind of start to see that shape actually taking place. The right row of panes here, and it's not a bad idea to confirm over the structure void. You have 6 panes right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're going to then add an additional 3 on top of that row. Extend the top pane right 2, down, right, down 3, left 2 to connect back in. Then you'll, inside of this, you'll go up by 1 and then place 2 structure voids on top of that. Okay. You want to, up against the side here, you're going to, kind of below what we just did, you're going to leave this block open. And then the next 4 down, you'll place purple paints, which should just kind of close off that gap. Actually, you, oh no, never mind. You do want 4. I just placed 5 for some reason. But yeah, you do want 4. You're then going to take the top pane out of those 4 and extend it right. That's there, like that. There we go. Up and then right again. The next pane down, you'll extend right with a pane. Who would have guessed? Structure void. Pane. 2 structure voids. Pane. Structure void. 2 panes, and eventually we'll connect back into that, but not yet. And we'll deal with the center later entirely, actually, but we can focus on one other line. So if you take the, again, this row of 4 panes, you'll take the bottom one, which is just to the right of this structure void, the Sloan guy. But you'll extend this pane right, down, right 2, down, right 3, up, right 2, up, right, then right with a structure void, and then another pane. And again, we'll connect into that later, but I'm just trying to get some of the face details shaped out, because, yeah. If you come back to the top, this row of 3, you're going to want to extend, actually from this row of 2 below it, you're going to extend this pane below this right one. You're going to extend it right by 3. Then you'll extend up by 4. Take the top pane and extend it left 2. Take the pane below that and extend it left 2 and also right 1. Pane below that, you'll extend both left and right by 1. And then this bottom pane, you'll extend just left with a structure void. From that structure void, you'll end up counting down diagonally left, which is just the best way to find this particular pane, because you want to extend this pane down with 2 panes. Then go right by 4. Down, right, down, right. And you can see that closes off some of this side. We can finish off the purple, actually. If you end up taking this little guy right here, I'm just kind of getting my boundaries for where that is. Okay, it's right here. This pane, you'll extend down 1 and then right 1. And you'll seal that off almost entirely. So you just have this kind of goofy looking face, like so. This pane that is all on its own, isolated to the right here, you're going to extend down, left, down, 2, left, and then from this pane you'll place a structure void on top, which will give you that. Almost all the purple done, and then we have another color to do on this one. Anyway, the lone like purple dots in the center here that have been kind of looking like eyes, they're not actually eyes, I don't think. You're placing panes above them and connecting those panes together. In addition, the structure void's kind of in the middle of this weird little arch we have. You'll place panes below with structure voids outside of those panes. You extend the panes there down an additional row, but do not add structure voids, and it should give you this. Facial details are gone for some reason. Take the far top of this purple and this particular row of 2 panes on the right and extend them to the right with a light blue pane each. The rest of what we're doing is going to be light blue now. Extend from there, that top one, right, up, right 2, down, right, down 3, right, down by 6. And then if you take, not the bottom pane, but the one above it, you'll extend left by 1. And then the one above that, you'll extend left by 2, which will connect back into the purple. That light blue pane that connects into the purple, you'll then extend up by 2, left, up, left, up, left, and then each of these 2 panes you'll bring up by 1 each. Only the panes, with the exception of that far bottom guy, only the panes on the right side here that are like the thin ones, you'll place structure voids to the left of, which are these 2 on the top and then these 3 here. And you can see where they're placed and you can see what that gives you. 3 out of 4 done. Monty, I don't think is too bad. Just kind of looking at him. He doesn't invoke fear in me like this one did, so I mean, he shouldn't be that bad. But anyway, come between the L chips and mazer-sized signs. And we're going to use the very top row from the mazer-sized sign, actually. This, like, rightmost red concrete. And from it, you want to count to the 5th block to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and going right, place 4 yellow panes. Is it orange? It's pink. I just lied to you. I'm so sorry. It's pink pins. I don't know why I thought it was yellow. It doesn't even look yellow. Anyway, you want to extend each of those pink pins down an additional 2 rows. And the center row of pink pins you'll extend off either side by 1. Place a row of lime panes below this bottom row of pink, which will extend out an additional 2 on both the left and right. This one is symmetrical as well, I think, entirely. There's one thing in the middle that's different, but we're not even going to worry about that because we'll end up doing that after anyway. Extend the outer lime panes each down by 2, out by 1, down 3. Extend the bottom 2 panes each in by 1. Then extend down by 3 from that inner row. Again, bottom 2 panes you'll extend in a row. And then from there you're extending down 6 panes. You'll go in, down, and then you'll connect together at the bottom. And it should give you this. Yet again, it's the same thing. Pretty much all of these singular panes you're placing structure voids inside of. The very top you are. The ones below that you're just leaving. This singular guy you are placing a structure void inside of. And then you're also placing it off of this row on either side here. Like so. So yeah, it should give you this. That's your structure void placements. Between those top structure voids, you're going to extend in towards each other with a yellow pane for real this time, and then 2 structure voids in the center. Below that, place a full row of yellow. And then the next row from this outermost line, this singular, like, thin guy, you'll place 2 yellow inside of. Leave a block open and place just a couple panes of yellow in the center. Below that, another full row of yellow. Below that, you'll have a structure void on either side. Yellow extending in with 2 structure voids in the center. This is where the symmetry goes bye-bye. We don't need the structure voids anymore, thankfully, but below either yellow pane here, we're going to start with a pink stained glass. The left one you'll extend down, right, down, right 2. And then this right one you'll extend both, bring it both down and also that same one left. And it should kind of give you this weird looking look. I don't know. This bottom row of 3 pink, the left 2 you'll extend down by 1 each. Extend each of those 2 panes down again, and then extend the left row of panes down an additional 2 from there. And that is your Monty pixel art, and that also means that is all of your, I think all of the pixel art, period, for the rest of the Atrium. With the exception of, I don't even want to call it an exception, but the ceiling technically has a pixel art. It's just, it's random. It's not, like, specific, though. So, yeah, but that feels good. We can start from this side. No, I want to start from the other side, I think, again. So head over to the, like, end here. And the reason I want to start from this side is because I just don't want to start on the Mazer side. I don't really have a reason, actually. But yeah. So, let's just get out some stuff. You need mangrove stairs, lime carpet, dark prismarine slabs, blue terracotta, black concrete, item frames, prismarine slabs, gray concrete, and we're gonna go with crimson slabs. So going along the glass to start here, the, I guess, you know, railing, you're gonna want to be this, like, long flat row here, that is, I guess, the long straight row. You want to be at the far end of it, closer towards the elevators, not towards the stage. And if you're on this first pane that you can place something directly off of, you're going to count over by 1 and place an upside down mangrove stair facing towards that wall. Did I hear Minecraft ambiance? I thought I did. Place another upside down stair facing into that one. I don't know, I was too busy yapping. You'll leave a gap of 3 extending over, and you want the same thing, but a block off from the panes. So it'll be there instead. Going the opposite way. On the, like, very corner, if you find this very corner band, is there a very corner band? There's not. I guess it'd be this one, actually. 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah, it will be this one. So the pane to the... If I look towards the elevators, it'll be towards me from it. I'll have an upside down stair facing into that pane. Like so. And you can see where it's positioned based on this kind of angle right there. And then also facing into that pane, that one's facing into, you'll have an upside down stair to the other side of it. That's preferably on, or the only side you can, actually, because you have panes on these sides. And the corner doesn't count, because you can't have a stair face diagonally like that. At least on its own. Anywho, this row of 3 panes, kind of, again, you can see I'm looking towards the pixel art over there. I'm going to take the furthest right one, and I'll place an upside down stair facing left. Left of it, one facing right. 1 magenta concrete over on this next row. 1 to the left, so this guy. Upside down stair facing left. Left of it, upside down stair facing right. And you can see where those are positioned again entirely. That was poorly explained. I do apologize, but I guess it could have been explained better. I guess it isn't the worst piece of information I've given. I'm going to look towards the stage side or the incomplete side. And I'm going to take the, not the furthest left of these little benches, but the one to the right of that. And I'll take the left half of it, and I'll count back by 2, and place 2 lime carpets extending left. I'll go back diagonally left. Left 4. Forward diagonally left. Left 2. Back diagonally left. Back 2. Back diagonally right 2. Right 2. Back diagonally right. Right 2. Forward diagonally right. Right 2. Forward diagonally right 2. Forward, and then forward diagonally left. Filling in the center of that with dark prismarine slabs. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I haven't had the chance to say that yet. I am for the most part. One of my favorite bands released an album today, so Been enjoying that for sure. From this point, you want to take, out of the backmost row of 3 carpets, this row. Take the furthest right one and count back from it by 4 and place a blue terracotta with a black concrete on top, and then a prismarine slab on top of that. Extend the blue terracotta back diagonally right by 1, along with the prismarine slab. Below the prismarine slab, you'll place an upside down prismarine slab, and then off the 2 sides, I'll say the front and the left of the black concrete, you'll place item frames. You don't have to do it on both, you can just pick one, but I did both. You could also do all 4, but that just feels kind of crazy. From the furthest left skulk, that is of the ones embedded into the wall, which I guess are the only ones in the atrium so far. That won't last that way for long, but it is in fact the case right now. Left of that, or you're going to count left of that by 1, and then off the wall by 2 to this magenta where you're placing a gray concrete with another one to the left. Crimson plank on top of either, just make them out of slabs. And then a crimson slab to the left. Get rid of any 2 things, I couldn't care less what the 2 are, and get out acacia fence gates and cherry slabs. To the right of these crimson planks, you'll place an acacia fence gate, just kind of connecting into it like that. And then you'll have an upside down cherry slab below the fence gate, and if you crouch and place a cherry slab on top, it'll give you an awesome, very epic rocket. The coolest rocket, even. Okay. We shouldn't have... We should have been more specific with the materials we got rid of, because I'm just realizing 2 of the ones we had were useful. I mean, still 1. But anyway, clear your inventory, because it's too late to cry about that one. And get out the following. Red and orange concrete. Sorry, I didn't feel like saying it separately. Polished blackstone button. Blue terracotta. Andesite walls, crimson slabs, light blue terracotta, I guess. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Cyan terracotta, and purple slabs. That's what I was going to go with. I guess we'll be able to get rid of some things quickly because I want to get the other benches done, the mangrove ones. Heading to the left here to where you got the Freddy cutout. Not exactly there, but just to the back of this wall along the floor. If you're on this magenta on the wall, you want to count forward by 6. Place a red concrete with an orange on top, and then a dark oak button on top, actually, or polished blackstone. I'm just going to go with polished blackstone. I have it as a dark oak, but I feel like that's wrong. Whatever. You can then get rid of those 3 materials and get out mangrove stairs, nether brick fence, and I have it as birch fence, so I'm going to keep it. But I know I made these before the payload came out, and I don't remember if these were ones I wanted to switch and just missed. No, I don't think so, because I switched these over here, which is a different fence. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. It's not the poles that I was switching. Okay, that's fine. From this trash can, you want to count inwards by 10. So there should be 3 here. 10. And going right, place 3 blue terracotta with another row towards you from that, which is towards the elevators again. I don't know why I keep switching. Place andesite walls on top of that. And this front center one, we'll call it, you'll place a blue terracotta on top of with crimson slabs on top of everything else. I just think it's going to be better direction-wise to be from the, or looking towards the elevators and be from the stage side as we move. So we're going to go with that as the normal from now on. At the left side here, you want to take this frontmost pane on this like very flat row, and you'll count back from it by 2, and to the right of it, place 4 light blue terracotta. Extend back on both ends by 8. And then you'll end up connecting together at the back to just create a rectangle. I did that incorrectly order-wise, but that's fine. The... What? Oh yeah, the center 5 light blue on the left, you'll extend up. Which are those 5. Extend either end of that right by 1. and then extend them toward each other diagonally to the right by 1 and connect together from there. This lower like perimeter of light blue terracotta you'll place purple slabs on top of, not the upper row though. So you'll, on this light blue thingy here, you'll leave the back one open, and in front of it a block you'll place an upside down mangrove stair facing forward. Then one facing back, gap of 2, one facing forward, one facing back. Along the, not necessarily against the wall, I guess, but one block off of it, behind this, so you're going to be on this magenta, you'll count also back by 1 and replace this magenta with a cyan terracotta and just add a nether brick fence on top. Remember this, because I think we're going to have to do this part next, this thing next part, because I just think it's going to, timing-wise, not work out well for us. I think we're going to try to mark as much as we can and then just start by fixing the markings. So you'll count back by 2 from that fence and place on this magenta here, not a blue terracotta, but an upside down mangrove stair facing left. You will need a placeholder for that. Left of that, you'll have one facing right. You can leave a gap of 4 going back from that and do the same thing, which is just the stairs, not the fences. Kind of, actually, we won't want the fences, because if you take the right stair here, you'll count back by 2, replace this magenta with a cyan terracotta, place a nether brick fence on top of this one, along with 3 birch fence this time. And again, remember these markings, although I will make sure you do. You'll end up counting right from either of these cyans by 2, and I guess the bottom fences, and placing an upside down mangrove stair that'll end up facing, they'll face towards each other, which will be kind of like that. And then going towards each other from them, you'll place stairs facing away from the 2 that you're placing, but towards the ones that you just placed before, if that makes any sense. If it doesn't, don't think about it too hard. Just do the bench design. That's all it is. I just really like making life difficult. You'll leave a gap of 1 behind this fence thingy and place a light blue terracotta. Extend it left 1 and right 2. Same thing as we did up there, extend either end back by 8. And then connect together. The center 5 blocks on the left you'll extend up. The front and back light blues you'll extend right by 1 each. Extend them in diagonally right by 1 and connect together. Purple slabs on top of the lower light blue. This one also has the mangrove stairs in the same position. So again, for a refresher, it's just 1 block gap off of the back, a set, then a 2 block gap, and then another set. Which will leave you with a 2 block gap at the front if that's worth mentioning to any capacity. From the one we just made, this potted plant, you want to copy it, I guess mirror it and copy it on the right wall here. So if I just take the back of this, I'll trace it across. Place 4 light blue extending out. And again, I'll just extend this time forward by 8. Connect together, and then the right side will be the 5 light blue up in the center. And yeah, again, it's just the same thing. Like so. You do not have the mangrove stairs though for that side. That side is empty. And yeah. Next up, I'm gonna use the blue terracotta thingy we made for this up here. I forget what these things are. I guess they'd be like little cellar booths or something, but you want to take the right half of it and count back by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and going back from this particular block, you're going to place 7 light blue terracotta. You'll then leave a gap of 10. And if you are on the 11th block, you'll then start by placing 7 more light blue extending back. I said 7 in my mind, yet it didn't come out that way. I don't really get why, but okay. The back light blue on both rows, you'll extend left and right with an upside down mangrove stair facing forward. Then go forward with a stair facing into that one, which is still upside down. And then you'll leave that patented gap of 2 and do the same thing again. You'll have a 1 block gap on the front for 1, and for 2, we'll wait to, like, add the leaves and everything, until next part. I think I want to get to that sign, though. Yeah, I mean, we probably could do some of it. We might do some of it. I'll think about it. You can take this front thin row of light blue. You'll take this back left mangrove stair, and you'll count to the left by 4. You'll then count back by also 4. Replace this magenta with a cyan terracotta and have a nether brick fence on top. Yeah, we might do the umbrellas because I'm realizing the other side would be opposite. So, yeah. You'll take again, the front thin row light blue and the back right mangrove stair this time. And from it, you will count to the right by 6. Replace this one with a cyan terracotta, nether brick fence on top, and then 3 birch fence above that. And yeah, we'll stop there. Although we will make the thingies here. So clear your inventory and get out the following. Blackstone slabs. Smooth quartz slabs. Blackstone walls. Diorite walls. Nether brick fence. End rods and stone pressure plates. So, out of the 4, you want to take for this right one, and you're doing 2 things from this, both behind the block you're placing an end rod, and forward diagonally right from the, I guess, cyan on the floor, placing end rods, and you're having stone pressure plates on top of them. Hopefully this part should be fairly familiar, although I know it probably has been a while. It's been a while for me, so. The only other fence that isn't up against the left side here, you want to take it and count back by 2, and rod stone pressure plate on top. You'll also count forward 2 and then left 1 and do the same. You have 2 and 2, which is kind of nice here. You want to take the just singular nether brick fences and extend them up with 3.5 blackstone blocks, which is placing 7 slabs. So there'll be 2, 4, 6, 7. Or alternatively, 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, half. I think I like that more, but it doesn't really matter. Surround the bottom blackstone block with blackstone walls. Take the center on each side of blackstone wall and place a diorite wall on top and then a nether brick fence above that. And these are my very awesome and epic and totally great umbrella designs. These ones are closed in case that wasn't obvious. On top of the birch fence rows, you're placing just a blackstone slab directly on top of the birch fence. Each side of the top birch fence, you're placing an upside down smooth quartz slab. And you'll also want upside down blackstone slabs on the corners, which will give you a 3x3 square, kind of. Not a good one, but it's a square. And then kind of down diagonally out from that, you want blackstone slabs. They'll just be half a block lower than that previous row, and they'll go all the way around in a square. We are adding corners and stuff. There's no exceptions here. I know there are some umbrella designs I've used that have an exception. What was it? There was some tutorial I used them in. They were from Playcare, I know. But anyway, once you're done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is part 25, I think, of the Security Breach Atrium complete. If it's not, I'm so sad because I missed saying that joke in actual part 25. But anyway, it'll be right in the video title in the intro. I just can't remember right now. I'll check real quick. Oh, it's 24. Well, that's even better, actually. No, it is 25. I just never scheduled 24. I was right. Correct? Hold on. Yeah, right, no, because I only recorded the one. Okay, so it is 25. Oh, God, I was like, wait a second. Anyway, oh my God. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Okay, that's not very nice. Bye.